Episode 11, double digits. Holy shit, that's loud. We are in double digits, baby. They didn't think we'd make it this far. Woo. Welcome to the MBW Podcast. We are coming off a hot SummerSlam. It's going to be 97 degrees in a couple hours, but we still got a pod for you, baby. Bryant, can we hear that music, please?
Hit the music.
Come on.
1, 2. Is this one? Is this one? All right, play it again. I know it's one. You have to shut up because I got to listen.
He was like calling him by his first name. Dave, please stop, Dave. You're supposed to be my friend.
It's got to be on here somewhere. 3, 2, 1. Keith Lee. Damn it.
Yes, sir. You heard it correctly. This is the mostly probably SummerSlam episode. We haven't gotten a chance to talk about SummerSlam. But first and foremost,
Yeah,
right? I think we're on the same page.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Ask me. Oh, you're going to do this. I was going to ask you how your day was.
Give it to me, John. Before I ask you, how's your day going, John?
Not bad. It's Thursday. Feels like a Friday.
Does feel like a Friday. It's going to be hot as hell
It's going to be hot.
in this office soon.
You going to the beach this weekend?
I wish. No, I haven't gone to the beach in a long ass time, dude. Haven't been to the beach in a few years, honestly.
Yeah, I hate the beach.
I don't know many people that like going to the beach, so that's really the biggest thing. Because, it's tough. I don't want to go to the beach by myself. That's not fun.
You don't have friends that like the beach?
No, I don't have any friends that like the
Go
beach,
by
actually.
yourself.
No.
Come on.
No, because if
my
I
mom
want
does
to
it
go
all
to
the
the
time.
beach, I want to drink, and then if I drink and I got to drive,
Well, just don't get
I'm asking for
plastered.
trouble. That's impossible. I'm asking for trouble at that point. We'll see. We'll find something to do this weekend.
Well, with that said, we had something to do last weekend because we watched SummerSlam, baby.
Yes, we
and
did.
with that said, we're gonna run down SummerSlam. We're gonna talk all about it. But first things first, we have our predictions results.
Yes, we do.
Let me pull up the match card as well, but I know we have it on our phones. Overall, what'd you think of the show?
Overall, I thought the show was pretty solid. So I didn't get to watch it on the Saturday night when it was live, but I watched the replay the next day. And I watched most of the matches. I wanted to check out the matches I was most interested in, so I didn't get to watch every single one. But for the most part, I thought it was solid from start to bottom. You can definitely tell that Triple H had his say on a decent amount of things here. So I think it was a good start for the Triple H era in WWE.
Well, we will. I think what we'll do is we'll go down the predictions and then just run through all the matches and see where we are at. Let me find mine. Okay.
All right.
I know we did this in like our order, so we're not going to do it in how the order was. Okay, Mysterio's versus Judgment Day.
Mysterio's
Who won that?
I think Mysterio's won that because Edge came back and he took them out.
Let's see. Mysterio's defeated. Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's 1 point for me. 1 point for you?
Yep, 1 point for me.
1-1. Logan Paul versus The Miz. Logan Paul won. 2 points for me.
2 points for me.
Riddle versus Rollins. We
That didn't
negated.
happen.
That didn't even make it in the video because I cut it out.
Oh, really? Okay.
Raw Women's Championship match: Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. Bianca Belair won. Yep. I got Becky. 3-2 Dante.
Oh, you picked Becky?
I picked Becky.
Okay.
Becky. Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin. Pat McAfee won.
Pat McAfee, another point for me.
4-3. Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship match: the Street Profits versus the Usos. The Street Profits won.
I had the Usos.
Yeah.
Another point for me.
Oh no! Wait, the Street Profits lost. Sorry,
Yes, they did
Street
lose.
Profits lost. Usos won. I think I'm at 3 points. Whatever. U.S. Championship match: Bobby Lashley versus Theory. Bobby won, right?
Lashley, yep.
Okay, that's another point for me. Women's Championship match: SmackDown Women's Championship match: Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. Liv Morgan won.
Yes, sir. That's
Huge.
7.
Undisputed WWE Universal Championship match: Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns won.
Roman, easy.
And then last but not least, just Theory successful cash in or not. I said no.
I said no as well.
So
I
Dante,
think that means I got.
did you clean sweep?
I did clean sweep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dante is with honor and great pleasure. Obviously, if you're just on the audio version, I am.
We're doing a handoff right now.
I'm giving Dante the world. What do we call this? MBW predictions.
The coveted
title.
The very coveted MBW predictions.
Dante, here you are. I got distracted. So I think that. Let me check that camera. That camera might be shooting in 60 frames per second. I don't know. Keep going.
Okay.
Congratulate yourself.
Thank you. It feels good having some gold around my waist again on my shoulder. It's been a while since I've even had this belt. I think we've had a few ties. We've had a few close predictions matchups here. John just dropped his headphones, I believe. Yes, he did. But yeah, so I clean swept this predictions. I think, me and Triple H definitely are on the same page as far as, what we see out of the product in WWE. So I'm happy to hear that.
Maybe the first clean sweep of the predictions.
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure if either of us have, but just got to carry this into the next one. It's not the best championship is the best win is the next one.
It's the next
That's
one.
what they say.
Well, this one was pretty good.
It was good. No, it feels
won the
great.
title.
It feels great. It feels great. I'm very proud to be holding this.
What's the next pay-per-view we have?
Clash at the Castle. Oh, for overall?
it probably would be Clash at the
AEW has
Castle.
a Battle of the Belts on Saturday, but it's
But
a
yeah,
mini
that's
one.
not. Yeah, because they have Quake the Lake.
How could I
on
forget? That's
Wednesday.
Wednesday. All Out, maybe? I think All Out is coming up.
Before Clash at the Castle. I'll bet you Clash at the Castle's first.
I'm not 100% sure what's
Get
first.
some dates. Let's see.
All right,
Clash.
our favorite segment. What comes first? All Out or Clash at the Castle? Clash at the Castle.
Date. September 3rd.
Okay. So All Out.
All Out 2022. I know people listening to this are just like, we know the fuck.
Wow.
Four.
One day after
It's
it.
gonna be a busy week for
Okay,
us.
okay.
Jeepers creepers. Okay, let's get into SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
You kind of gave your 2 cents on the whole show. I reciprocate those thoughts. I don't think it was great. I think it had a great start, fine middle, great ending. As much as we were harping on like we got Brock versus Roman again. This is gonna suck. I think we also both said hey, it is Brock versus Roman.
Yeah.
So let's see it out, and we saw it out, and it was fucking nuts. But we'll get to it here. Let's start. Raw Women's Championship match: Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch in arguably one of the best matches of the night.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this was
Really
a barn
good.
burner. And also, Becky Lynch wrestled with a separated shoulder.
That was crazy.
Wrestled with an injury, and she still looked amazing. Both of them did. Bianca obviously came out on top. It's a great full circle moment. She lost last year. Becky Lynch returned. Obviously that was a lot of people had issue with that. Bianca won the belt back, defended it against her at SummerSlam, and now Becky Lynch is going to be out for a while. But I know you said you didn't watch too much of Raw this past week, but she gave a big promo. She's a babyface now, essentially.
Oh, yeah.
And she's coming back. When she does come back, it's going to be the whole man gimmick. No more big-time backs.
I did
nothing.
see a little bit of her promo.
So
Yeah, it was really good.
She was just along the way, I had to discover who I was again and stuff like that. So when she comes back, it'll be the man, and that's her best work, in my opinion. And I think when she does come back, it'll be a huge return. It'll be awesome.
And I don't want to jump ahead, but now, the Raw Women's division is
Stacked. Because
So
after
she's gonna
this,
have exactly. But I guess I don't have much else to say. We're not gonna go through a play-by-play here, but overall, I thought match was after seeing it. Or while I was watching it, I was you could tell by the story. I was like, Bianca, there's no way Bianca's losing.
Right.
Especially it's the opening match, feel good moment. There's no way. I stand by what I said in the predictions of I thought it would have been a Becky gets it, whatever. But I like that this was the most solidifying result and win that Bianca could have had.
Yeah.
And now I think Bianca's capable of carrying the division and having the title for a while.
Yeah,
now,
for sure, for sure.
I think this match was very much needed. Not that she wasn't a star before, but
because now she has three new competitors, three new challengers coming at her.
And Dante, who are those people that at the end of the match, Bianca's celebrating whose music hits first?
Bayley. Highly anticipated return.
Crazy.
Highly anticipated.
I kind of I'm not the biggest Bayley fan in terms of that. I think she's super talented. I think she's great. I think whenever I see her, I think she's great. She's just never the first one I think about.
Sure.
But then whenever she is in a match or she is in a big time whatever, I'm always very impressed. I'm Bayley's great. But for whatever reason, she's never the first one I'm thinking about, especially a four horsemen.
She seems like an afterthought compared to a Becky or a Charlotte.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well,
for sure.
I think the other three have had more success than Bayley as well.
And she was the last call up too.
Yes,
before.
she was,
Yeah.
because those three came up at the same time, and she waited a little bit. So Bayley came back, and then you hear Dakota Kai's music,
Yeah.
which was crazy because she was released months ago when Vince McMahon was in charge. But Dakota Kai being an NXT person, Triple H also being an NXT person, she gets the call back.
Right.
She's back. She's with Bayley, and then just when you thought it was over,
This is the one I'm most hyped
not
about.
Io Shirai.
Woo.
Io Sky.
Not Matt. I think maybe it's because I'm used to it. I love the name Io Shirai. Io Sky's not bad.
That's fine. It's not too much of a difference.
Yeah, at least
It's
they didn't
shorter,
just
kinda.
cut it to be like, okay, you are now Io.
Yeah,
you know?
right. Yeah, that would be more annoying. I'm a fan of like the two name. I'm not a
Same.
fan of like the one, unless it makes like Bailey like
Yeah, unless it's,
that
like,
makes
really
sense.
good
But like
or
Austin
fits.
Theory to Theory, stupid.
Yeah.
Like Tommaso
Yeah.
Ciampa to Ciampa, stupid. Like that type of stuff. But Io Sky came out, so now they have a stable. They're called Control. That's what their
Oh, is that
name
what it's called?
That's what I guess they're going
Oh.
by, Control, because they want control. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
And they already started the feud immediately on Monday Night Raw. They, planting the seeds. What they attacked
they
Becky.
attacked Becky backstage. Bianca ran in. Where are they?
They had a match. Io and Bianca had a match, and so that's setting up a whole like new chapter for Bianca. And then you still have Alexa Bliss, you still have Asuka, you still got all these other people. So the Raw Women's Division is looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the way it's working, it seems like she'll probably just run through. They'll probably do Bianca versus like for the title. They'll probably do Bianca versus Io, Bianca versus Bailey,
Right.
Bianca versus Dakota.
Right.
I don't know if I see any of those. Maybe Bailey. I could see taking
I
it.
could see Bailey maybe potentially taking it down the line.
Bailey would have a sick in that stable. I think Bailey would have a sick. Heel
She's a
run.
great heel.
Yeah.
Like when she turned heel a few years ago and she won the SmackDown Women's belt, like when she was a babyface, people loved her. She was a fan favorite, but like it got stale at one point and she switched it up and it's like she killed it. Absolutely killed it. And she's like she kind of just like she's like a dick kind of. She's just like a jerk, like a kind of a bully, which is funny. It works for her. So
And this was, like you kind of alluded to as well, this was the first, and also because it happened at the beginning of the show, this was as if Triple H said, like, I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, this is I'm now running it. Dakota and Io Shirai are back.
Yep.
Like, let's fucking have a show.
yeah, oh yeah, he started off hot. Started off hot. Very happy with that.
Next match, Logan Paul versus The Miz. Logan Paul beat The Miz, and I want
you to talk about this first.
I will be the first to admit I am a on the record. I'm not going to use the word hater, but I'm an on the record not a fan of the Paul brothers, Jake and Logan. I still stand by that. I still don't really consider myself necessarily a fan. Never into their YouTube videos, whatever. I don't need to harp on that. With all that said, I'm man enough to admit the kid can fucking go.
He can go.
That kid is he's probably my age.
I think you might be older than him, honestly.
Maybe. He was great. He looked really, really good. I just want to put it on the record. I see that. It seems like he's taking it seriously. I see that. It seems like he's really trained a lot. It seems like he's passionate about it. Yeah, he showed up. The fucking we talked about this in private a little bit, but the biggest thing for me was Miz was getting booed and Logan wasn't getting any he wasn't even getting boos, he wasn't getting cheers. He wasn't getting really any reaction from what I was seeing. And it took like the athleticism and these big like prove it moves, and for instance I think the biggest one was the frog splash from the turnbuckle to the announce table, which again, admittedly, I'm man enough to say it was a good looking frog splash. It's no Eddie, it's no RVD.
Of course.
But it's a top 10 frog splash.
It looked good.
For sure.
It looked good.
And that was the moment when he did that move, the frog splash off the turnbuckle to the outside ring on the outside ring announcer's table, that he kind of proved himself and he gained the respect of the crowd. Because at that point, then the crowd was cheering him.
Right.
And he and then me personally gained the respect. And I think that was huge. I think if he didn't, he was kind of pigeonholed a little bit. I think or back into a corner. I think he needed to do something big like that. And he did it. He pulled it off. And I'm looking forward to seeing who he's going to face next.
Yeah. I was impressed with his performance at WrestleMania because he also did a frog splash at WrestleMania, and it was pretty sick. SummerSlam comes around. I like the whole like student versus teacher vibe it gave, because it was kind of like Logan couldn't get anything going early on because the Miz just had counter after counter, kind of like stunning him, like patting him on the head and stuff
funny
like that.
The Miz, kayfabe, has been the teacher to Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
And now Logan Paul.
Yeah, it's funny because in real life, Miz came from a reality show. He was from MTV, and he came to WWE, and him building himself up, becoming who he is now. It's impressive, and like Logan Paul in a way, like can relate because it's not coming from a reality TV show, but coming from a whole nother world, stepping in the WWE. At first it might not be like, oh, like this guy's in it for the money, he's in it for this and that, but listen. Logan Paul, he puts in the time.
Yeah.
He does. Like, we've seen videos of him training. Like, we've talked again in private. Like, I'm sure, like, in his contract somewhere, they're like, you have to train X amount of hours a week,
He's definitely
maybe.
got, like, a bunch of
and
rings
he's got,
in
like,
his house.
rings in his house.
Easy.
Like, he's definitely putting in the work, and it's evident. Like, wrestling, this isn't something that you can just kind of step in and do. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, like, you're going to look lost out there. And he looked like he belonged.
He looked good.
And he looked good. I'm very impressed. I do think they will have to flip the switch, make him a heel at some point, because I think naturally that's just what he is. I understand, though, first feud, you just kind of want to get his feet wet, want to get the crowd familiar with him. Great first feud. And I'm also very interested to see who he fights next.
I had something else to say. I guess, well, I'll just move on to this one. Who do you want him to see? Who do you want to see? Oh, no, okay, sorry. I'll say this and I'll say my piece.
Okay.
It sucks that he's just part-time. Obviously, he's this mega celebrity and like whatever, so I get it's not realistic to have like a full-time contract or to be showing up on Raw or whatever. But like, I don't know, it stinks now to have just like the biggest stars in your company, part-time Brock, part-time Roman. You know, Logan Paul, stardom-wise, is one of your biggest stars now.
Sure.
It would have been nice to see him sign a contract or have a Raw match, or like, what's his contract for, like 3, 4, 5 big events or whatever?
Something like that. It's a few years. He said it's a multi-year deal, so he'll be around.
Nice that we get to see him progress these pay-per-views, but it'd be, I don't know. It'd be nice to see.
No, I agree with that.
Just be a regular wrestler, commit for a little bit, and just do the regular. I don't know.
I agree. Especially when you're coming off of like a good match and stuff. Like, you want to see more. You want to see, like, you're curious, like, how long you're gonna have to wait until you see him again. I'm sure they'll do like on social media, he'll always be like hyping up. He'll always put out stuff on his Twitter and stuff, because that's what they did afterwards. So we'll always see that. But like, I agree. It would be nice to see him on TV more often than we probably will.
Who would you match up with him next?
I mean, like, the thing is you still want to put him up against guys that are like excellent in the ring. Like, I mean, like, not that can carry him, but like will be able to like help him out along the way and stuff like that, because you don't want to put him against like an inexperienced guy. I'm thinking maybe like something interesting, maybe like a Rey Mysterio, because they had their little WrestleMania thing, him and the Miz. I think that's who they faced, the Mysterios.
If they really want to like flip the switch and do heel, like, Rey's the guy. To put him up against,
so if I'm thinking him going heel, like, he can do something with Rey, maybe he'd. If you want to give him ultimate heel heat, maybe at some point he like rips off the mask or something like that. Like, I think you can do something there. Like Dominic, you can mess around with him. Just, bigger guy versus smaller guy, that tends to work out. And Rey Mysterio obviously is a vet of all vets, so he would be able to. Yeah, that light keeps flickering. There it is. So I think that would be a solid like next feud for him.
My pick would be, because I think this person I'm about to choose, I think they're gonna turn back into like, maybe not a full face, but like a pseudo kind of face heel guy. I want to see Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins.
I was thinking that. Yep. I was thinking that. I just don't know if they should throw him in like with a big name wrestler like Seth Rollins.
The light keeps for the viewers at home, the light behind me keeps going off.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit it like one more time and it keps going off. I'm just going to stop.
Yeah, we apologize. This light is very fucky.
Anyway, sorry.
I like the idea of that. I also was thinking, I just think like Seth is doing his own thing. He's like a main event guy.
Yeah.
I just think in time, I would love the idea because that fits the whole great wrestler, puts on bangers. I think Logan needs a little bit more time before something like that. But I like the idea of that.
Like, no, I agree. Especially because Seth is coming off the Cody feud and he seems like he's like title picture adjacent. I would obviously much rather Seth in the title picture. I would not want a Logan feud Paul to like then remove Seth from the title picture.
Right.
However, fantasy booking wise, if it didn't screw things up, I think Seth could Logan could really benefit from a Seth Rollins match.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Let's move on. We can kind of brush past this one, to be honest with you. United States Championship match, Bobby Lashley versus Theory. Really felt like a nothing match.
I kind of just skimmed over this match, to be honest with you.
Theory won. Bobby Lashley won. There was no reason for Theory to win.
Yeah.
He had the Money in the Bank thing that, well, we'll talk about it, but it ended up kind of being fucking stupid.
Judgment Day is Mysterio's.
Yeah, another match we don't need to talk about, but there's a lot that happened at the end, or whatever happened. The Judgment Day versus the Mysterios, and the big story here, obviously, is Edge came back, Brood attire.
Yep.
Looked kind of silly in Brood attire without the long hair.
Yes,
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But I mean, at that point, it was all but confirmed it was Edge.
Mm-hmm. People were thinking that it was going to be the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and stuff, but it just didn't really make sense with the whole storyline. Obviously, Judgment Day took out Edge. It was going to be Edge all along.
And I would love for Edge to stick around Ray for a little bit, whether they do a tag team thing or it's just like they just kind of hang around buddy. I think that'd be it's always just a nostalgia thing because they're former tag team champs from the the good old SmackDown days. Did anything happen? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna ask because he came out on Raw.
Yes.
Which happy. His theme song's back.
Yes, it is.
The old
back.
he didn't come out with the Brood theme as good. I like the Brood theme, whatever, but there's no beating.
It's iconic.
As we know,
Too
the
iconic.
number one theme song of wrestling
Metalingus.
is Metalingus. What did he say? What was Raw bit?
So you were saying I hope he sticks around with the Mysterios and stuff because I was gonna say, fast forward to the next night on Raw, he kind of talked about saying like, it's my goal to like destroy the Judgment Day and stuff like that. Destroy belt, blah blah blah. But later on, it was Usos versus Mysterios for the tag team belts.
Yep.
Usos win. And then Judgment Day comes out. They start attacking Ray and Dominic. Edge comes out, tries to make the save, spears Dominic by accident because Finn pushed Dominic, and he was supposed to spear. Either Damien or Finn pushed Dominic out of the way to save the other person. He speared Dominic by accident. So, that being said, I'm sure the whole Edge Mysterio storyline in Judgment Day, they're all going to tie in somehow. I don't know if WWE is going to keep Edge, if they're going to have him be a babyface or a heel. The theme music coming back makes me think babyface, but also like him spearing Dominic by accident, just like the way he's being perceived makes it seem like he's still heelish. Like I feel like he's like split in the middle. I'm fine with either.
It's as if they're setting up for an Edge versus Ray match.
Exactly. Yeah, which would be a heel
right.
at that point. Because it's like you just turned him heel a few months ago. I know he's been gone, but it's like you should still kind of run with a heel Edge. Like we haven't seen him be a heel since he's been back.
Yeah.
So
I think if this is his last run, I could see them just having him be face.
Yeah, but also not for nothing. If this is the return of the rated R superstar character, that's a heel.
Gotta be heel.
That's a heel. So it's like I think they should keep him heel, stay in that direction. But I guess Edge Mysterio's Judgment Day, that whole storyline thing is going to keep going.
Maybe we'll get Edge versus Finn Balor out of it.
Maybe.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I don't
who
know.
knows?
Triple threat, Finn, Ray, Edge, come on.
Yeah, who knows?
Next match, another, kind of in the same vein of showing.
It was there.
It was there. Impressive performance from not an outsider, but you know what I mean. Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin. Pat McAfee won. Pat McAfee looked good, but he didn't look better than he has.
Yeah, Pat McAfee at this point, like, I'm interested whenever he gets put in matches and stuff like that because he can compete, he could go, he's got it. But it's like all he is a he's just a special attraction. Like he's never going to be a guy that's going to compete for titles or anything. He's never going to be a guy that's going to go up against like a Seth Rollins we were just talking about. Like nothing like that. Like you have someone that
What's up, Ben?
What?
No, praise.
No, we're praising him.
You see that video? The kid was like, "Pat McAfee's a wrestler," and he had no idea that he played in the NFL.
Really?
He's so happy.
That's hilarious.
Huh.
Yeah, a lot of people now look at him as a wrestler than a football player, I guess. But it's like
He did like the kick in the nuts, the punt, the kick in the
yeah,
nuts.
yeah. Like he has a good it makes like what he does. It makes sense, like the character work, the moveset and stuff. But he's one of those guys that's going to be wrestling someone that doesn't have anything going for them for the big event. And Happy Corbin in this case, like didn't have anything going, and he's a guy that is on most pay-per-view cards. And so I was like, all right, let's put these guys together. And
I will say too, maybe this is. I mean, everything good that happens is now just going to be attributed to Triple H, which maybe isn't fair. But and maybe this is just me, maybe not paying attention to SmackDown as much. But I wasn't interested in this match. Still wasn't interested in this match when I watched it. But I watched the video package before, and even the commentators. Also, real quick, can we give flowers to Michael fucking Cole?
1,000%. The man's free.
Oh my god,
the man is free.
He does not give enough. He does not get enough respect or praise for what he does. And he was even going through a few years where he was like getting dogged on a little bit.
Sure.
Like, Michael Cole sucks. He is so good. He's one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest, and he made SummerSlam so much better.
I know you just said like we don't like Triple H is going to get credit for everything, but genuinely like he deserves credit for that because Vince McMahon is 1,000%. Because Vince McMahon is in those guys' ear all show, and I'm sure Triple H is also doing the same thing. But like Michael Cole can finally spread his wings and fly now. Like he has no restrictions.
You could tell Triple H just went. Just do you.
It's like he's been doing it for so long. It's like you can trust the guy. Like it's not like he's a newbie. It's like you need to walk him through it. Like that's the thing about commentary and stuff. It's like you should let them react like there's nothing for them to go off.
It's got to be
like
natural.
Genuine reactions.
Yeah.
Like UFC MMA stuff. Like Joe Rogan, Daniel Cormier, and the other guy, like that booth is like the best commentary booth because it's like they love what they're watching and they just like genuine reactions and it's sick. And Pat McAfee's like that too. I think he's had a little bit more freedom under Vince, but like Michael Cole now, I think we're gonna see just like top tier work from him.
Yeah, agreed.
Very excited.
But to get back to this match, the reason I brought that up is because through the video package and mostly just Michael Cole and the commentary talking about it, is I didn't realize the whole like backstory was like they used to be roommates.
Yeah, they were playing together.
They were playing together. So like again, I'll attribute it to just me not paying attention to SmackDown, but I don't really know if they were really that well with telling the story.
They made you don't know if they made that connection when they started it up. And it's like along the way they were like, "Oh, they were teammates."
Exactly.
Okay, I know what you mean.
I feel like they could have done a better job of telling this story throughout the shows, but regardless, whatever, they made up for it because listening to commentary or whatever, like I was like, "Oh, they're on the same team. Oh, this is a little more of a grudge match, long paced story than I had realized." Still was whatever. I'm still avidly not a Corbin fan.
Fair enough.
And I think the Pat McAfee thing is last point I think I'll make on it is we've seen the Pat McAfee match once or twice at this point. And we've seen we've already done the wow, he can do a swanton.
Right.
Wow, he can do this.
It's like that. We know what he can do.
Right.
Now.
We already did the shock thing, and now he's just doing the same copy and paste thing, which is still impressive. I don't get me wrong.
It just has then his future matches need to be more meaningful.
For sure.
There needs to be something else there.
We can move on. Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship match. The Usos versus the Street Profits, with Jeff Jarrett as a special guest referee. I'll be honest, this is one I need to go back to. I didn't really get a chance to watch this.
Yeah, no, I did watch
closely.
it. I didn't pay too much attention to it. Just kind of one of those like had it on the background. Like was paying attention here and there, cutting in and out. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's the Usos, Street Profits. They had great spots. I think Jeff Jarrett did a great job at being the ref. Just kind of like, it's like it's randomly Jeff Jarrett, but like it was fine. Usos won it. I mean, it's just I think
I would have liked to see the upset.
I do think this was the first seed planted for Montez Ford going on a singles run.
Yeah,
because the match was over and the way they looked at each other, it just kind of seemed like it was like, where do we go from here?
They're both pissed and disappointed.
What do we do next? And then the next night, Montez Ford fights Seth Rollins, but 1-on-1, which was awesome.
And I think during on Raw, there was a little bit. I think it was Seth promoing with Street Profits, and Seth even kind of mentioned like, we've all heard the rumors, you guys breaking up, and you guys. So there's they're planting that seed.
It's
of like,
definitely gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's just
Seth,
when is it gonna happen?
Seth showing doubt in them, and them kind of being in the ring, having to put on a face of just like, no, we're not gonna break up. But you see like the thinking, or whatever.
Yeah,
seeds are planted. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if I agree. It seems early still.
Yeah,
but
it's just tough because it's like in WWE, it's like they don't care about their tag team division as much as it is, and it's like you take out the Street Profits, which is probably top two tag teams. The drop off is going to be massive. It's like listen, Montez Ford is going to be a huge single star. We both very much agree on that, but it's like you're sacrificing your tag team division for the sake of one person's individual push.
But with that said, I'm not mad at. If they're gonna push them, Let's push him in his
Yeah,
prime.
no, if you're gonna do it, do it. Like
he's 32.
I'm fine with pushing him. It's just they have to understand that once they do that, there's no going back.
And it's gonna suck for Dawkins too.
And that's the other thing, because like someone like him, I don't see him being like a singles guy. I can't see him getting a singles push. I see him being someone that will stay in the tag team division, and like they'll pair him with someone new, or like he's one of those guys. He's just gonna be the big guy in the tag team. Like you have the normal little guy and then the body. I think he'll always be the muscle of a tag team. So he'd get the shit end of the stick here.
For sure.
But yeah, do what Triple H says best, and that's best for business. So
Riddle and Seth Rollins had a little bit of a brawl thing. Don't really know what that was.
yeah, I think that was just a way to put them on the show.
For sure.
Seth Rollins needed to be there. So
Big match. SmackDown Women's Championship match, Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. The match was fine. You know, they both kind of held their own. Whatever.
I think the match is a little unspectacular. I didn't have high expectations just because it's like, I like Ronda. I love her look. I love the whole like baddest woman on the planet, which she's gonna be now. But I don't know, man. It's like I think Liv is great in the ring too. I just don't think those two have a lot of chemistry together. It's kind of like when we do My GM mode, and it's like you get two wrestlers with different styles. No, it doesn't match. And it's like not to not to discredit either of them. I just don't think this is the best feud for either one.
Yeah. The only takeaways from the match, other than the ending, which we'll get to, but like Liv hit some big like reversals, or she hit her with a code breaker. So like there were those big like, whoa, the underdog hit it. But like other than that, but the ending, it was they did the old tap and pin
roll up tap thing. So it's like Liv. They only saw Liv pinning her, so Liv retains. Then Ronda's pissed. She starts going crazy. Now
it wasn't even that. It was Liv had Liv had Ronda in the roll up. Yeah. But then Liv was tapping.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. And the ref just saw the shoulders. He didn't see the tap out. And then she attacked the ref. Blah blah blah. She's quote unquote fined and suspended. Obviously that's storyline based. And she's a heel now. It seems like, which is her best work.
And it does seem like looking at it as it is. It was like the only way they could get out of keeping the belt on Liv, but also not having her,
look weak or anything like that.
Not having Ronda look weak, or not pinning Ronda. They had to do some shenanigans. Whatever. Does this mean we're getting the match again? I don't know what this means.
I don't know either, dude.
I don't know what
I don't know what direction they're going down with Liv. I will say I'm a little bit more optimistic now that Triple H is in charge that Liv will do well. But that's to be seen. I don't know what direction they're going to go down now.
Yeah, I don't have much. I guess the only benefit, like you said, with Triple H being in charge now, I mean, she is on SmackDown, but like, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows who's going to return to SmackDown? Seems like the women's division is getting a little bit of a pump up.
Sure.
So Liv's going to have some opponents. I'm curious what they're going to do with Ronda. This seems like they have it again because I don't know. I really don't even know. I don't even have enough to speculate because I have no fucking idea. Anything happened on Raw that happened with it? Liv? I don't know.
No, nothing happened on Raw.
Weird.
I will say, I think it was on SmackDown. You had Aaliyah versus Shotzi before SummerSlam, and those two don't really get much TV time. Straight up one-on-one match, no interferences, nothing. Shotzi got the win. So that just, to me, that's like, okay. Yeah. Triple H is like giving people chances now. And it's like, I think he's going to start building up people so they seem more credible, because the women's division on SmackDown's a lot, they don't have as much depth as Raw. Yeah. So I do think either he builds people up, people return, like you said. Charlotte obviously is a big name that isn't back yet. So yeah, I don't know what direction they're going to go down, but I trust Triple H. So
before moving on, because we're not really going to cover. This is obviously the SummerSlam show. On the after party, we might touch on Dynamite or Raw or whatever more, but for the most part, we're running down SummerSlam. But one thing I did want to mention, because it goes with your Triple H thing before we get into the main event, is Triple H is in charge for one night. Ciampa's getting a title shot now. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's you can definitely see the difference.
Yeah,
you can definitely see the difference.
He's helping his guys that, like, Ciampa was just the Mrs. Lackey or
which
whatever.
Is stupid.
And then now, boom, title shot. Let's fucking go, Ciampa. I mean, well, it is for the Intercontinental
U.S. belt. Still though, and two on Raw, just kind of going off of that, they announced like the 2 triple threat matches and then the singles match at the end. It's like a tournament base for the U.S. title. So it was AJ, Mustafa, and
They put
someone
on a banger
else.
too.
And they
I
put on a
saw
banger.
most of that.
Maybe it was Chad Gable. I forgot. And then it was Ciampa. Oh no, it was. Oh no, it was Mustafa, Miz, AJ, and then it was Ciampa, Chad, and someone else. I forget who. But before all that, they had like this whole video production of like talking about the importance of the U.S. title, just kind of like having people like they're trying to make it relevant again.
Yeah.
And it was like JBL was narrating it, just talking about the history, like these legends, like Bret Hart, like all these guys held the belt and it like turned them into Hall of Famers. So it's like they're trying to bring prestige to these belts, which I think is long overdue. I hope it's not too late because it's like these belts really do feel unimportant, but it's very encouraging seeing like new fresh faces challenging. They're trying to make it more prestigious.
And ideally, you know, kind of like how like AEW does, they'll do like the TBS or the TNT title for the main event or something. So it's like, what would be nice is if you either start the show with it or end the show with it of like U.S. title match in some sort of important position. Yeah. Even that alone gives it credibility and
1,000%. And you saw the match, there were 3 matches based on just the U.S. belt.
Yeah.
And then they headlined the show with a tag team championship match, which was just defended 2 nights before. So you're seeing now, like, I think you're gonna see more title defenses on shows, which make the belts more prestigious because it's just like, you know, you defend them more. It makes the reign mean something instead of just holding on to them and defending it once a month or whatever.
And that way they can defend the U.S. title, Intercontinental title on like the shows, and then, you know, you still save the world title for the pay-per-views
exactly
once every now and again, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm liking what they're doing with it.
But let's move on. The final match of the night for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, a last man standing match. And I'll be the first to say, again, I've been probably maybe the most of just like eye roll, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, whatever. I don't take that part back. However, they put on a match. It was just bodies.
Banger.
Oh my God.
2 big boys just going at each other spot after spot. Brock Lesnar comes out in a tractor.
That was fucking sick.
He takes the mic, introduces himself, and I don't know if you saw the clip.
I did.
He tosses the mic at Roman, and he
So
just casually catches it, doesn't even move his arm, just winks at him.
Oh my God.
Bro, I'm telling you, Roman Reigns, dude, is fucking
He had to have
sick.
been holding back. Like,
Oh my God.
Obviously that wasn't planned.
And if you could see like the ring announcer stuff, just like look at him and you're just like, what?
He just got the mic.
catch
He just
that?
got the mic.
Fucking sick. That dude is so slick. He's so cool. He's just a cool character.
And then Brock fucking jumping off of the thing onto him. And even the spot where like I saw a tweet where it's like Roman Reigns has to be the most trusting guy in the world because he picked him up in the fucking whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the tractor.
Picked him up in the tracker holder. I don't know. I don't work in construction.
Tractor trailer, sure.
Cup, bowl, whatever.
What bulldozer maybe?
But I'm talking about the actual thing.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever it is. The scooper.
Picked him up in that and like dumped him and just like to trust. Hey, Brock, you know how to drive this thing? Yeah. Okay.
He definitely. The thing is, Brock definitely like knows how because he lives on a farm and shit. That dude definitely is like the most experienced with that. Like you can't trust anyone more than Brock. And then obviously
the biggest
spot was he gets the tractor,
crazy,
puts it underneath the ring and just flips it, basically just lifts it up, and Roman just rolls out of the ring. That was awesome because you've never seen anything like that. Like the thing with this match, we've seen this match so many times, and we've seen the same moves, we've seen the same choreography, we've seen the same shit every time. This time it was last man standing, so it's like you already knew it was gonna be a lot different. And then it's like this spot is something we've never like, and I don't think that's ever happened in WWE. Someone lifting it up with the tractor,
fucking crazy.
And it's like that's how you make the match. Like that's how you close a feud. That's how you close the chapter, and that's how you move on.
This has to be the last one.
I actually would be shocked. I know WWE is, you know, they always say one thing and then they go back on their word, but what else is there to say? What else? That's the thing. They can't top this match. And what other story is there to say? There's no other story to tell. I think at this point, like, because I said it before, like their feud goes back to like 2014, 2015.
Yeah. First
half of the feud up until like 2018, Brock won almost every match. Now since then, Roman's won almost every match. They're like probably right down the middle
Yeah.
right now. So it's like keep it even. Move on. Brock can go with anyone. Roman has a million people he can go up against.
It seems like this might be a little bit of a send off because I saw a clip after where like
of Brock.
he was like in the ring, like standing or sitting on like the whatever that was lifted
cowboy
up.
hat on.
It seemed like that might have been like and
For now, maybe he's
maybe
going
a goodbye
away.
for now. And you've even mentioned it because he is like a Vince McMahon guy, so maybe this could have been the last.
Maybe,
like,
yeah.
Who knows? I don't think we'll see Brock for a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't think like once you end a big feud like this, like if you're gonna throw him into something else, like have things develop and then throw him in somewhere. I did see he is advertised for WWE Day 1 in January.
Interesting.
He's already being advertised for it, so I think it's a safe assumption that he'll be back. Obviously, things change, especially with Brock Lesnar. So
I mean, I would love to see just like he doesn't need to have
money talks, John.
Well, money talks. But
But
he doesn't need to have a feud for the title.
no.
Just have him like, do some sort of grudge thing.
He's
or
a special
whatever.
attraction. He doesn't need that. Or, I mean, not for nothing, have him and Bobby revisit their feud or something like that.
Sure.
No belt needs to be on the line there. Yeah, you can put Brock with almost everyone. He's a special enough attraction. You don't need a belt. You don't.
The only, which it's not the same match, it's different. The only thing I would want at this point is for it to see another Brock and Rowan match if it's finally the triple threat. Seth, Roman, Brock.
That would be the one. That would be the one match where I'm like, okay, I'll give you a pass on this.
And obviously, like I mean, there are the rumors, which I'm honestly not as sold on of Rock and Roman, The Rock and Roman. I'm not convinced that that's happening at this WrestleMania.
Okay.
By all means, do I want to see it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's still time. There's still time.
But I think if that's not going to happen, I think that triple threat. I'm the big like. Why haven't they done it yet?
No, I agree. Yeah, it's definitely something that you feel like they should have revisited because it's money.
Yeah.
It's a money match. You got history between Seth and Brock. You got history between Seth and Roman. You got history between Roman and Brock. It's like the perfect storm. And it's like people would love that. People would absolutely. I would love that. We would love that.
It'd be great. It'd be really. I don't know what would come out of it. Maybe I don't know who would win. I don't think Brock would win. I think that'd be a final Brock send off match if this wasn't the Brock send off match. I don't know. I mean, I think Brock will definitely be back for Mania in some capacity. I would assume.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? But unless that was the night.
That was SummerSlam. That was SummerSlam.
And I did, which we talked about it a lot. I feel like we talk about it almost at the end of every pay-per-view now. No, it was just a clean end. Roman Reigns with the titles, whatever. No Rock run in, no other sort of run in. It
No
was just
surprises.
Roman Reigns on top.
Yep.
And that's how it ended.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? So I don't know if he'll be on SmackDown tomorrow or tonight because this will come out on Friday. I mean, with the whole thing with The Rock, they do have some time. They still are ways away from WrestleMania. It is August. WrestleMania is usually in the beginning of April. But eventually they got to... I mean, they have mentioned him a few times, but nothing that'll make you be like, oh, he's like calling him out.
Yeah.
I do think if that match is going to happen, we will start seeing like little seeds planted soon. If not, then you're probably right. It might not happen. I mean, listen, it's like it's been speculated forever. At the end of the day, The Rock is this big time Hollywood guy.
Right.
It's like if he's making millions of dollars from a movie, tens of millions of dollars, and he already has schedules planned out for, I mean, actors have their schedules planned out for years in advance. It's like you can't walk away from that. It has to make sense.
Yeah.
So I hope it happens. I do
think it's too good not to happen.
It's perfect. It's like the whole head of the table thing, tribal chief. It's like it's there. It's so there. I just really wish. He just needs to come back. This is The Rock's last match.
That's it.
His retirement match. Just come back for one more feud. Call it. We just need you to put Roman over, and then you can go walk off. You can run for president next year. Do your thing.
That would probably be the biggest match
of
in wrestling history.
Oh, in wrestling, I bet you they would advertise it as one of the best matches in wrestling history.
They would absolutely advertise it.
Absolutely,
this is the biggest match, but like arguably
it would be. I mean, just from a story standpoint and just The Rock. Arguably, I mean, people will say he's the GOAT. Like on Mount Rushmore of wrestlers, Roman Reigns is the GOAT of the last few years. Like he's gonna go down as one of the greatest wrestlers of our generation.
Yeah,
Roman can go with anyone. The Rock, I mean, listen, I know he doesn't wrestle a lot, and he hasn't wrestled in a long time, but I know he'll
put on
give
a
you
show.
it. He'll give you when the last time he wrestled John Cena, he literally like tore his quad off of his leg or his hamstring. It's like the guy will give you everything he's got. So that match would be sick. I really hope we see. And plus, it's in WrestleMania Hollywood next year.
I know.
It's perfect. It's perfect. So it would really be a missed opportunity. It would be a shame if they didn't get it done.
Believe me, I want it to happen just as much as the next person.
Yeah. Well,
but
time will tell.
Overall, give me a grade for SummerSlam. What do you think?
I think overall, because there are still a few matches that I skimmed through and didn't really care about. I'd probably give it a solid B+/A- because the matches I did like, the matches that I watched did deliver. The main event, the Becky Bianca, the returns, the right people winning, like Liv Morgan. We were afraid Ronda was going to win it back, but Liv's going to keep going. The Usos won. Like I think the right people won. This is the first SummerSlam. If someone's watching, like, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think I saw something. It's the first SummerSlam since 2003 that no titles changed hands. So everyone retained. So it was just a clean show. Just like nothing crazy happened, because I think Triple H, him being in charge, he just kind of wants to hit the reset button the next night. He's like, all right, let's finish everything we have now, keep everything going, and then I'm gonna sweep everything up after. But yeah, B+, A-.
I'd probably meet you at a B. I think it was stronger. The strong suit. I mean, granted, there was great wrestling on it, but like the stronger suits were the stories and the events with the returns, the crazy Brock bulldozer thing. Seeds were planted. There was a lot of great storytelling, which I think. Yeah, I don't know. The wrestling could have been better. It's just me.
Yeah, no, I know. I think I'm basing it off of right people won, but I also was expecting.
It's a great show.
I was hoping to see more surprises, more like maybe another return or something. Like I said, The Rock may have came out. Like that would have been like
setting something up for like Roman's next thing would have been nice. But
I agree. What are you gonna do?
Okay, I mean,
that's
I don't know if we really need to do it, but match of the week.
Yeah, sure. Let's do match of the week, wrestle of the week. I mean, match of the week. Roman, Brock. I mean, that's
Brock and Roman. My wrestler of the week, Roman.
Roman's your wrestler of the week.
Yeah.
Wrestler of the week. I only see blah 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 blah.
Choose Logan Paul. I dare you.
Logan
Choose
Paul.
Logan Paul.
You know who I'm going to pick as wrestler of the week?
Who?
I'm going to pick Tommaso Ciampa as my wrestler of the week, because he's starting to finally get a push. I know he's just Ciampa. I'm always going to call him Tommaso Ciampa, because that's his name. I saw a report online that Triple H is I don't think this is without being said, but like he's really pushing for Ciampa to get a push now. Triple H, he's really behind him. You're gonna see I think he's eventually gonna segue away from The Miz. He's gonna bring back his old theme song. I think they're gonna bring his full name back. His NXT character, which was a total he's arguably the GOAT of NXT. Like he was black and gold. Bring back the killer Tommaso Ciampa, the guy that was just a lunatic, that was psycho. That's what people want to see, and I think with Triple H in charge now, that's what we're going to be seeing. But Ciampa, you can tell Triple H is in charge, because this wouldn't have happened if Vince was around. So Ciampa, good start for you, buddy. Can't wait to see you. Hopefully, I don't know if he'll win next week. I don't think so, but it'll be very interesting if he did.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's the show.
That's the show.
That was SummerSlam. I think. Wow. I'm glad that we just did I like the idea of just doing a whole. We could have covered Raw, we could have covered Dynamite, but this is our SummerSlam.
This is our SummerSlam.
This is our SummerSlam.
This is our SummerSlam.
But if you guys want to see us talk or listen to us talk more, head over to patreon.com/Lumberlend. We're going to go for another maybe 20 or 30 minutes. We're going to mostly, what we kind of lean on doing is we want to be very engaging with the patrons. So we have some Patreon questions and comments that we're going to talk with and discuss and all that stuff. And who knows, maybe we touch on Dynamite, maybe we touch on Raw. I don't know. But that's it for the SummerSlam talk.
The lights are coming, the lights are turning off. That light has been off for a while.
That light's been off. The disco ball's coming down.
The music is starting to play.
The vodka Red Bulls are flowing.
They're flowing. They're flowing.
But something I didn't mention at the top of the show either. Look at these shirts.
Oh my God.
Look at these shirts.
Look at these shirts. What does that stand for, John? The MBW?
Move, brother.
Move, brother. Wow. Move, brother. Wow. No,
you want your official Move, Brother, Wow shirt.
Mustache Bros Wrestling. These shirts are going to be on sale next week, next Friday, 2 p.m. Limited drop.
Is that when August 12th is? Next Friday?
I think what's today's
Oh, wow,
date?
it is. It's
Yeah,
Friday.
so a week from today. They're going to be on sale, limited, so we don't have an endless amount of them, so you got to be there, get them before they sell out. Also, you want to plug in the VIP list.
So, in order to guarantee one, you can get it early or buy it early on August 8th if you sign up for our text message VIP list. Basically, how that works is on August 8th, I believe at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll get a text message of early access to get the shirt. And again, there's a good chance that we're not going to, I don't think we'll sell out over the VIP list, but I think there might not be a whole lot when the general release drops on Friday.
So if you want a guaranteed shirt,
I'm just trying to help you.
I would get on the VIP list. I definitely would.
They're nice quality. Again, Dante, Sophie, and I really spent a lot of time designing it. It's Dante's handwriting on the back. We really put a lot of time and effort to these. And just the material itself. We got samples in, and I really pushed for a good quality T-shirt. The fit is nice.
That's what we got.
That's what we got. It's like a boxy, modern fit. It's not really like tight. It's a good, comfy shirt. Damn it.
And you got to get your hands on it.
Again, August 8th with the VIP list. The link will be in the description of all this, and whether you're listening on YouTube, Spotify, the link to the VIP list will be in the description to get on that. But again, August 8th for VIPs at 2 p.m. General public, if they're still available, 2 p.m. as well. I think we're going to do a live stream for maybe both of the things.
I know we're at least going to do a live stream for the official drop, the 12th.
Yeah.
I know that. 8th to be seen.
So, and again, also after party, come listen to us talk more. But that's it. You can follow me at Raspy Taylor.
Me, Dante, look me up. I'm all over the place.
If you look up Dante Toro, let's look up.
Go on Google.
You keep saying this. Dante Toro, search. Dante on Deck's the first
Twitter,
one. And your
Instagram.
Hey, and your LinkedIn.
Hey, I'm all over the place. Scroll down a little bit more. You'll see a football player. That's not me. Alfred University,
You
not
beat
me.
the football player, though. That's pretty sweet.
Did.
Wow.
I'm there.
All right.
I'm there,
You
baby. Yeah, just look me up on Google. You'll find me.
Google Dante
You'll know
Toro.
where to find me.
Crazy. Good for you. That's it. Let's head into the after party. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you as always. Is this on, baby? The lights are on. Is this on?
The lights are off. The
lights
shirt,
are-
though, is on.
Woo!
Peace.